What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by my channel, and if you're new, welcome. I'm Brad. This is my channel, Triple Ink, and I'm doing another fragrance review today. First, let me start off by saying happy 4th of July yesterday. I'm a little bit late on that, but I want to wish all my friends in the United States a happy 4th of July or Independence Day. Hope you guys enjoyed some fireworks yesterday, some cookouts. It was kind of bad weather here, so we still enjoyed some fireworks, but not the best day weather-wise. Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing another fragrance review. Today I'm going to be reviewing one that has become very popular in the fragrance community. It's become very hyped as of late, and of course it's a clone, if you will, to the most popular men's-selling, best-selling fragrance of all time for men. Of course, I'm going to be talking today about Perry Ellis 360 Red and my thoughts on this amazing clone of Acqua Di Gio. So I'm going to break this down for you guys very nice and easy, alright? How many of you guys out here like this, Acqua Di Gio? This is, wow, an amazing fragrance. Everybody has it, or at least has smelled it, and it has a lot of followers. Now I'm going to be showing you guys this one. You guys like this, but you probably don't like the price tag, right? This thing can be pretty expensive. You walk into any department store, you're paying around $80 retail for this. This, on the other hand, smells exactly like Acqua Di Gio. These two smell the same. These two are practically twins. Yet this thing, you can buy a 200 ml bottle of this for less than half of what you can get a 100 ml for this of retail price. So I think I solved your problem, guys. You like Acqua Di Gio, but you don't like the price tag? Go check out and smell Perry Ellis 360 Red for Men. I'm telling you, it's an exact clone of this fragrance. Better performance, nice and simple. End of review. See you guys later with another video. You thought I was going to end that review right there, but no, guys. I can't wait to talk about Perry Ellis 360 Red and all the great things that it does and that it is. So this fragrance was launched in the year 2003, and it is the men's counterpart to the women's version, which is just the Perry Ellis 360 Red for women. Now this fragrance, is, of course, is an attempt at being a clone of Acqua Di Gio. So many fragrances or colognes have copied the very successful Acqua Di Gio DNA, that sort of citrusy aquatic DNA that Acqua Di Gio has. And this fragrance, I think, does it better than any other. This cologne right here is one of the best clones of Acqua Di Gio you will be able to find, period. Now, this fragrance is a citrus aromatic, and it has main accords of citrus, aromatic, fresh spicy, warm spicy, and cinnamon. Now, Perry Ellis 360 Red can be found in 3 main sizes. You can find it in a 50 ml, 100 ml, which this is right here. You can also find it in a 200 ml bottle size, and prices on these are absolutely phenomenal, guys. This is where this fragrance is such an amazing thing, because the prices on these are absolutely phenomenal. You can find a 100 ml of this for $22, a 50 ml for around $23, so it makes more sense to go with the 100 ml. You can also find a 200 ml bottle of this for $37, and wow, great prices on those. And this is why this attracts so much attention in the fragrance community, because it smells just like an expensive fragrance that is very recognizable, yet it is a half of the price tag. Alright, now let's go into the presentation for Perry Ellis 360 Red for Men. Alright, so I'm going to start off with the box. As you can see right here, it's silver with the red band, Perry Ellis 360 Red for Men written right there. Got your UPC label on the bottom. This is a 100 ml bottle. Pick this bad boy up for around like 23, 24 bucks. You got your ingredients on the back, everything like that, and you just got to pop the cap. And then inside, you just have some kind of cardboard thing. Overall, not too bad a presentation. This is one of the tallest boxes and the tallest bottles that I own. It's kind of cool to have a cylindrical box. I don't really have too many of those. And of course, we have the iconic bottle. This bottle is very recognizable. Looks very similar to something which I'm not going to mention, but you guys can probably guess what it is. It has Perry Ellis written, engraved in the silver right there, just the red bottle. Got your information on the bottom. Overall, not too much to report with the bottle. Pretty nice. Some pretty good weight to it. Cap does not stay on, so if I picked it up from the cap, this thing would drop right out of my hands and shatter. Alright, so I'm going to pop the cap and test out the sprayer, show you guys what we're working with here. Not the best sprayer at all. Alright, so Perry Ellis 360 Red for Men opens with notes of orange, nutmeg, lime, mandarin orange, bergamot, cloves, and cinnamon. In the heart we have lavender and coriander, and in the base we have patchouli, vetiver, sandalwood, musk, red cedar, and oak moss. Just like Acqua Di Gio, this thing has a ton of notes. But what does this all boil down to? Guys, this smells 95% similar to Acqua Di Gio. I mean, enough said right there. If you guys have ever smelled Acqua Di Gio, which I'm pretty sure you have, because it's literally everywhere. Everybody has smelled Acqua Di Gio. Come on. What are you doing in the fragrance game if you have not smelled that iconic fragrance? Yeah, it pretty much smells just like Acqua Di Gio. You're going to get a very nice citrusy, that same Acqua Di Gio DNA, that same sort of citrusy, aquatic, slightly woody DNA. Very well blended, smooth, and soft. That's pretty much what you get from this fragrance. But this also has a slightly bit more of a cinnamon spicy edge. Now, when I say cinnamon, I'm not talking about like this is a heavy-duty oriental spice bomb type fragrance, right? I'm saying this cologne right here just has a touch of cinnamon. Just a little bit of a spicy edge to kind of give it a little bit of an extra depth to it, which Acqua Di Gio does not have. That's why I think this thing smells better than Acqua Di Gio, believe it or not, even though it's a quarter of the price. So that's that right there. But yeah, just imagine Acqua Di Gio with a slightly more of a spicy edge to it. That's pretty much what I get from this fragrance. Plain, simple, does it very well though. Smell it kind of close. It is a little bit synthetic, a little bit sharp and kind of chemical-y, but you smell the silage of it, and man, it's just magical. It just has a great, lovely fragrance that smells pretty much just like Acqua Di Gio. If you're passing somebody, they're gonna be like, hey, we're in Acqua Di Gio or whatever, you know. So that's the great thing about this fragrance. And I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 for the smell. I don't normally give half points, but this thing was right on the button, right in between 3 and 4. And I couldn't go down to a 3, couldn't go up to a 4, so I guess a 3.5 out of 5 for the smell. Not too bad. I think it smells better than Acqua Di Gio too, because it has a little bit of that cinnamon, spicy edge. It gives a little bit more unique character that Acqua Di Gio is kind of lacking. All right, now the performance. Oh yeah, this thing has great performance, guys. This is where Perry Ellis 360 Red smokes Acqua Di Gio. Acqua Di Gio for the longest time, I know especially the newer formulations, people complain about not having good performance. I think I got your answer right here. This thing easily has way better performance than Acqua Di Gio. This thing on my skin lasts anywhere from 5 to 7 hours, where Acqua Di Gio can't get past usually 5. So this thing has wonderful longevity, great projection, and great stillage. I'm actually can smell it all around me right now with just one spray. This thing just fills up a room, great performance and projection and sillage. Overall, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5. Great for a fresh fragrance. Easily surpasses Acqua Di Gio. Alright guys, now let's talk about versatility. And man, this is a versatility king. If you're looking for a signature scent, I might have to suggest this one right here. Because yeah, everybody likes Acqua Di Gio. That's normally thought of like a summertime fragrance. However, this thing has better performance, so I think you can wear it in the cooler months too, because it has better longevity, enhanced projection, and sillage. So I think this would be a great all-year-round scent, but for my purposes, I love this stuff in the summertime, hot, humid. This thing does great in that weather. So don't be kind of thrown off by that cinnamon spiciness in there. Trust me, it does not become too cloying in the high heat whatsoever. This is still a refreshing, citrusy scent. So this thing does great in the summertime and to pretty much any occasion. It's very inoffensive, a super safe fragrance. This would be a great blind buy if you're looking to blind buy a relatively inexpensive fragrance, right? So yeah, in occasions, I wear this thing to really any occasion. You can wear it to a night out, day or night. I think this thing does great in either time of the day. You can wear it, like I said, dressed up a little bit. You can wear it dressed down casually, out to a club or whatever, on a date, to work. I think it does well for pretty much any occasion, so a perfect 5 out of 5 for versatility. You can wear this, again, all year long, I think, as well, with no problem. All right, now let's jump right on in to the compliment factor. Now, personally, I never got an overwhelmingly amount of compliments with Acqua Di Gio. Acqua Di Gio for me was always a nice middle-of-the-road compliment getter. People always say I smell nice, but nothing crazy, right? This is the same way on my skin. You know, people can smell it more, but still they don't compliment me any more than they would with Acqua Di Gio. So this gets the same exact compliment factor as Acqua Di Gio, 3 out of 5. Yes, people compliment me to say that I smell nice. They'll say, oh, you were in Acqua Di Gio because this is a very recognizable DNA, right? So it's still a 3 out of 5. Not my best compliment getter. Definitely not as good as like L'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent or Chanel Allure Homme Sport Extreme or Nautica Voyage. Those are on a whole other level of complimentness. This thing is just a nice middle-of-the-road compliment getter that will get you noticed, but maybe won't be the most crazy compliments, right? All right, at Age and Sprays, I think this is a very versatile fragrance as far as age goes. I think it's great for high schoolers and college students. If you're on a budget, definitely check this one out. It's pretty cheap, easy to get your hands on, and smells great and has great performance. And as far as sprays go, I think you're good with 2 to 4 sprays. It's a little bit cooler out. You can go a little bit heavier, 4 sprays. A little bit hotter like it is today, you're fine with 2 or 3. All right, overall, Perry Ellis 360 Red, you are an amazing cologne. You smell just like Acqua Di Gio for half the price, and you have better performance, and you get as many compliments, and you're just as versatile. So I'm going to give Perry Ellis 360 Red for men a 7.5 out of 10 for a final rating. Solid stuff, right? You know, from a house like Perry Ellis, I think they're a very under-the-radar type house. You know, they have a lot of fragrances, they have a lot of clones. This one is definitely one of their more popular ones and one of their better ones, in my opinion. So, bottom of the line, if you like Acqua Di Gio, but you don't like the Acqua Di Gio price tag, go pick this one up, guys. It smells just like it. in my opinion and a lot of other people's opinions, smells even better, has better performance, just as versatile, just as many compliments for a fraction of the price, right? Don't be scared to blind buy this. It's a super safe blind buy. And the only downside of this is, yeah, it has a very recognizable Acqua Di Gio DNA. You might, just get kind of thrown into that category of guys who wear, very generic type fragrances, right? That's the only downside. This has a kind of generic Acqua Di Gio DNA, but if that's your thing, definitely go for this one. If you don't like Acqua Di Gio whatsoever, stay far, far away from this one. Alright guys, thanks for watching this review. If you have not seen my Azzaro Chrome review, I will have it right here. Go check that one out. Also, subscribe to my channel. If you subscribe to me, you'll instantly be updated with all the new fragrance content that I put out. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching this. Leave any comments that you have down in the comment section down below. Tell me what your thoughts are about Perry Ellis 360 Red. Do you like it better than Acqua Di Gio, or not as much? So let me know. I'm very interested for your feedback. As always, stay smelling great. See you guys later with another review.